Hey everybody, how are you, mystical souls? I'm so excited that you are joining me tonight. I am back in Ohio, came back about a month early, got some things going on here, so back at my home base and would love to know who all is in the house tonight. Please hit me up with your sun, moon, and rising. Let me know what's going on with you. If you are new here, my name is Patricia Tate, and I'm an evolutionary and Western astrologer. The evolutionary means I look back at the past. If you don't are not comfortable with talking about past lives, then we talk about passed down from great grandmother to grandmother to you to or from parents to you. Traditional, meaning I use whole sign and I also use Placidus in looking at the information. So I'm super excited that you're here tonight. If you want to get into the queue, please use that QR code or scan down at the bottom. It is a $40 donation by PayPal, and I need your exact date, time, and location of birth to talk to you about what is going on with you. So yesterday, we just had this huge eclipse, and I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it, hence why I'm here back in my home base instead of in sunny Florida where I was. So I'm excited. I'm just excited that everybody is here. Hey, Ellen, happy birthday to you. I'm super excited about pulling up your chart. And hello, Bridget, Aquarius Sun and Pisces Moon and Sag Rising. Hey, Jimmy, how are you? I see your date. What will this library eclipse play out with me? I'm hoping for manifesting a romantic relationship and wealth. I'm hoping you do too. It depends on which house it is in. So let's talk a little bit about astrology and what is going on. So to give everybody an update, we just had yesterday. This is a full moon eclipse. A full moon eclipse is where it is conjunct or next to the nodes, and the full moon is when the sun illuminates the moon, and it literally reveals like what is going on. Full moons are like major endings, culminations, and they are a time where we have like eclipses are like full moons on steroids, and they're very emotional, feelings, intuition, and they reveal things that we have not been able to see in the light. Like in the light, we think that we see everything, but in the dark and things are being illuminated, it brings about what was hidden, brings out those things. And this one is in the signs of Aries and Libra. So those two areas of your life. The Aries Libra axis is about who I am and who I am with other people. So who are you and who are you with other people? Aries is the self, and Libra is who you are connected with others. So where have you given away your power? Who makes you feel safe? What are you letting others are you letting others dim your light, or are you letting others take advantage of you, or are you giving too much? Because Libra, they're peacemakers. So wherever we have Libra, it's where we want no arguments, no fuss, no fight. We want balance. And so knowing this, we can state that we have to work on the I statements of, I don't feel like this relationship is a priority. I don't feel like I'm comfortable working with this. And it depends on which house it is, which you use those I statements. And so the ruler of this one, this lunation, is Venus. Venus rules over the moon. I'm sorry, Libra rules over Libra. And this is in a perfect trine to Pluto. So a trine. The sun and the moon oppose each other. That means that they are opposite of, they oppose. And when you have a trine, that means that it's working at a 60-degree angle. It is working with it. So an opposition is, I see you and I'm not quite sure if I want to work with you. A square is where two planets have to integrate the energies because they're different. A trine is, you're having a block party. Yeah, I'm there. I'm coming. Like we're friends. And Pluto being the planet of deep psychological birth, death, rebirth, and transformation. Pluto is like psychic, and it has these healing energies, and it's about, think about the phoenix that dies out and then rises from the ashes. Wherever we have Pluto, it's kind of a trauma signature. Pluto comes in and it literally transforms an area of your life. And Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is seeking freedom. Pluto says, I'm willing to risk everything in order to get freedom, and I'm going to help you with this lunation of what is going on. And so all of this in your chart, let's talk about it. So let me see who all is in. Hey, Mopsies, so glad that you are here. And I don't know how to say that. And Sodosis, nice to meet you from Evansville. And your question, should it move across the country and take this job opportunity? I'd have to see your whole chart. These are voyages. Okay. Nice to see you. Hey, Nadia, how are you? I've got you in the queue. I'm excited to be helping you on your journey. I consider, I love astrology. I eat, drink, sleep, like live it. And I look at somebody's chart and I look for the opportunity to say, where's the ease and grace? And where are you going to have these difficulties? And let me help you navigate this transition, this time period in your life. All right, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to get started on this. So I'm glad everybody is here. Also, again, if you want to get in the queue, use that QR code or scan it down below. If you're interested in joining my newsletter, I do have a free Astrology 101 quick reference guide. If you sign up for the newsletter, it is emailed to you. I like it because I color code everything and I break it down by sign, and I try to break everything down that it's actually teaching you, like it's a step-by-step guide. All right. And a couple other things that we should talk about. We are in the middle of eclipses. Like we have one more eclipse on the 8th that'll be coming up in 2 weeks. And in that time period, so it's like that 4 to 6 weeks before yesterday. And then this 2 weeks is this intense time period. And then we're going to have this 4 to 6 weeks afterwards to process some things that are going on. We have Mercury. Mercury is going to be stationing retrograde April 1st or 2nd, depending on where you are, time zone wise. And Mercury is doing this little dance going across the sun, the north node, saying this is the direction in which you're supposed to be going. Chiron is your wound. It has to do with I, Aries, I, my wound. And so where is your wound from when you were younger, as a child, with work, and then how are you integrating it? And then when Mercury stations retrograde, it'll give you a chance to literally go back over it in order for you to, it's basically to say, I've given you enough time to leave space between what's going on with you in your life. So now let's heal this wound. All right, so let's see who I have first in the queue. Hey, Jimmy, how are you? All right, so let me transition here and pull up my first chart. All right, let's talk here. All right, so Ellen, I'm going to start with you. Look, yesterday was your birthday. How amazing. Absolutely. This is pivotal for a solar return, and I'm so glad that we're going to be able to go into this in greater detail. And I really greatly appreciate you shifting your date and time. I did have to come home for difficult family things that are going on here, so I personally am greatly appreciative of that, and I'm glad that you're here right now. All right, so when I look at your birth chart, so this is you when you were born. And if I want to talk about a couple of things that are going on, this is a lot of Aries energy. This is a lot. Okay, so wow. Okay, I'm taking like a closer look at it now. All right, your north node is in Aries, meaning the direction in which you're supposed to be moving. It is also conjunct Chiron, your wound. There was something that happened at around the age of 2 years old. or up to 2 years old that you are working on that has to do solely with you. Your sun in Aries gives you this direction in which it's me first. I have to do this. And it's impulsive energy. It's fiery. I love Aries energy. It's about being a warrior or a survivor. You do have Saturn here, and you have Venus. Anytime that you have three or more planets in a sign, it is about it's called a stellium, and it's magnifying the energy of where you're supposed to be going in the direction. Now, you do have an opposition to Jupiter and Uranus in your chart at 0 degrees. Whenever we have anything at 29 or 0, they're anaretic degrees. You have Jupiter at 0 and Uranus is like right there. So I would consider that also. This is, I need to burst free from what? These connections that you have with other people about, I need to be independent, but I need other people in my life. I do want to bring up one other thing because you have a square. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. Oh, mother, sorry. So anything that is square to the nodes, they call it a skip step or a misstep. That means in this lifetime, you said, all right, I'm going to work on these things if you believe in past lives. So I'm going to go under the assumption that you do. If not, let's just think of it as generational or like within you, passed down from one generation to another. How do I connect with others without losing myself? In a past lifetime, your South Node is in Libra, so we know some things went wrong, and they went horribly wrong, and that you gave yourself to others selflessly, and Jupiter and Uranus are there to conjunct it. Jupiter is faith, religion, hope, belief, and Uranus is caught off guard, didn't see it, shock, surprise. And so things went terribly wrong. You were caught off guard, shock, surprise, because Uranus is amazing energy, that it's unique and it's think outside the box, and it's like a stroke of genius. And you were brilliant, and you were so supportive of others. So supportive in that this was probably taken as, I felt like I was a slave to others. And so what happened was, in this lifetime, you said, I need to work on being me first. I have to focus on me. And so what else is opposing you is the sun. There was, and you will repeat this pattern, in a past lifetime, you gave of yourself selflessly. It could have been something that had to do with religion or faith or belief or trust in the wrong place, but there was masculine energy, the sun, and squaring with the moon, feminine energy, your emotions, not following your intuition. And this is going to be another wound in this lifetime that you gave yourself and said, you know what, in this lifetime, I'm going to remind myself that I have to think about me first and not be called selfish. I have to follow my instincts. And so what's crazy about all of this is that you're having this solar return. Okay, I'm gonna now show you where you are with a biwheel. You're coming full circle with some things in your life that you're looking at it and saying, there's enough time that's gone. Hold on, let me pull it up so you can see it. Do I have it right? There we go. Okay, so it's like everything, it's like you've aged enough, had enough time with circles around the sun, with life lessons, that you're saying, I get it. I am not going to be called selfish. It's called self-preservation, and put myself first. I need to go in this direction because all of this is going on with you right now. And this is going on also. Like, this is you saying, I have to let go. I have to let go of believing like when people gaslight you or people push you all the time to be of service to them, your ninth house revolves around faith, hope, belief, taking classes, taking workshops, you in search of what makes you happy. Then, and I'm going to bring another thing up. This is Mercury. Mercury has gone across your north node, showing you the direction. Like you've had these heads up for the last 4 weeks. There's been many things pushing you towards an eye-opening, this is where I have to go, and if I don't start letting these things go, the universe is going to make me so friggin' uncomfortable that they're going to let it go, or I have to let it go. Now Mercury then went across Chiron, your wound of self. This person didn't believe in you. This could have been a teacher, it could have been friends, it could have been look, it's in your ninth house of learning and publishing and foreign people, places, things, and cross-cultural cross-cultural communication, and it's education, and it's diving into religion and spirituality. Mercury is bringing these things up in your life to say, I'm going to trigger these wounds, and then on April 2nd, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go across your Chiron, your wound, your north node, to say, you need to heal this. You need to identify these things that are going on in your life. You need to have enough time to say, this is enough space that I can see where I allowed somebody else to take advantage of me. I allowed their thoughts, their beliefs to change my opinion of me, or to squash me, or to dim my light, to not let me be the warrior that I know that I am. And Aries, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to be your own inner warrior. Then Mercury is going to go across your sun, and it's going to go across your moon, all in the month of March. So it's this time period of your identity, your wound, your direction, your intuition. Everything is being triggered. Now, that being said, being your solar return, this is going to be something that's totally going to propel you in a brand new life direction for yourself. I want to add one more thing before I move on, is this trine with Pluto. Remember, Pluto rules your personal power. It's about purge, release, strong transformation. It's life with birth, death, and rebirth and transformation. Pluto is in your 7th house of partnership, relationships, love, contracts, negotiations. And so Pluto being here in the sign of Aquarius is, I don't know if you cuss, and I'm not going to say it on here, but like, F that. I need freedom. I need to liberate myself. I need to be myself. I need to embrace this Pluto energy, the phoenix dying out and transforming into who you are meant to be. You and I are about the same age, and I'm looking at this as we're on our last third. This is the time to be authentic and to say, this is who we have grown into, this is who we've evolved into, and this is our time. And for you, face those fears, face those demons. You're having this nodal return. A nodal return is, think of it as life picks you up and moves you in the right direction of, you were off track, and the universe is literally going to push you with all the doors shut and you can't go back. Like, that's what a nodal return is. And yours is a nodal return with an eclipse, and it's totally shutting doors to your past. I imagine it as going down a hallway, opening up a door, or trying to open up the door and not being able to get through, being forced to move into your future, and having to have this Aries energy of faith, hope, and belief in myself, and that I've got this. And so I can't wait to talk to you more about this for your astrology consultation. So Ellen, happy birthday, happy nodal return, happy everything. Like, this is a huge shift, and it's going to be a brand new you. I'm absolutely loving this. And I'm just going to throw out there like this. This is coming up, Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, for your career, your job, your legacy of how you want to be known. All right, so Ellen, I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you. Nodal returns, just going to throw it out there that I had mine last year. Not easy, highly emotional. I had to think of it as stepping into the unknown and walking through with no fear and having to embrace the releasing and to let go and to move forward with faith and hope and whatever else you believe in. And then we'll talk more. I'm excited for you. Like, this is amazing energy for you. So thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you allowing me to share this. All right. All right. Thank you, guys. So let me pull up the next chart. And that is Nadia. Thank you, Nadia, for waiting. And Ellen, thank you. Thank you. All right. Hi, Nadia. How are you? Super, super excited. So I think I know that you're in the chat. And Ellen, thank you. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to seeing you on our next visit too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, so Nadia, you are looking at what is going on in your life right now. So first off, thank you for allowing me to have a glimpse into your life. When you share your birth information with an astrologer or someone, it's literally saying, here's a window into my soul and like explain what my life path is. I want to know more. And so I'm going to this is like pretty well balanced. I absolutely love this. I do want to look at a couple of things and say the moon in Pisces at 29 degrees, an anaretic degree. Look, moon in Pisces, you're probably a dreamer, very intuitive, have a psychic side, maybe don't realize that, or a lot of times people who are born with gifts have always had it and they just don't realize that other people don't do it. Like I dream, vividly dream. Back it up, move it forward, work through things in my dream, hear things, see things, and just thought, like, why doesn't everybody? And so a moon in Pisces, I love it. Difficulty with moon in Pisces, healthy boundaries. Not knowing if it's your energy or my energy. I completely understand this. So I'm hoping that you are always, cutting cords at the end of the day and shielding yourself every night. All right, so let's take a look here. All right, I'm going to back it up and I'm going to pull up what's really going on with you right now. I like this. You are like, I love an Aquarius rising and your sun in Gemini. Know that your sun in Gemini, every time Mercury stations retrograde, you're personally going to feel it. It's going to be about your identity. It's going to be about your identity and anything that you share with other people, your 8th house. So know that that is one thing that you should always pay attention to is where is Mercury? Where is Mercury going in your life? All right, so let me pull up the bi-wheel. All right. Oh, I forgot. Aquarius rising, Pluto. Okay. I'm going to start there and then I'm going to lean towards the eclipses because Pluto is trine. I love this for you because as an Aquarius rising, Pluto is going through your first house of self. Nadia, it is completely going to transform who you are, your identity, how you express yourself, your leadership skills, your personality, your strength, your habits. I always say that the first house is like your business card or it's your website. It's how people see you and how you present them. Aquarius, let your freak flag fly. Like, don't pin me down to one thing. Aquarius is unique and think outside the box. And it's of the hive mind, but wants to be independent. And that's who you are rising to be, who are you are working on learning, on accepting yourself in this lifetime. And so up to this time, you have been managing all of that. And now with Pluto going through your first house, this is going to be the next 20 years, you saying, don't keep me in. Pluto wants to transform, and Uranus wants to, or Aquarius wants to, like, not be held in. Like, it wants to explore. It's electric. And this is in trine to what is going on with the eclipses. Okay, so you have a lot. You have a stellium in your ninth house. So I'm sure that you've been feeling this actually since last October. So let's go back to last October. There was something that happened in your life that had to do with communication, with travel, foreign people, places, things, cross-cultural experiences. It could have to do with like closer to home and things that have to do with work, but it also could have to do with school and traveling, publishing things, and legal things. And so the eclipses are going through those two areas of your life. So you have Pluto and Saturn together, not in a close conjunction, but in the sign of Libra. Pluto is a trauma signature. Everybody has Pluto, just letting you know that everybody has Pluto in their chart, but where we have it is that's where some trauma has occurred, where we need to learn to evolve. And I love this for you because you're having a Pluto trine. And along with a Pluto trine, it is a time in your life that you're going to be, you've had some hard times, some really hard times. And now Pluto is saying, for the next 20 years, I'm going to give you the gifts of all the hard work that you have put yourself through with transforming and evolving and changing. Now, we just had this full moon, so there was some kind of an ending, some kind of a culmination in your ninth house. This could be ending a class. This could be ending something that was from abroad, ending a relationship that you had with somebody from abroad. The ninth house also has to do with publishing. It has to do with prophetic dreams, maybe understanding your dreams, or long distance, like it's about adventure. And so now that you have the sun in your third house, it's keeping you closer to home. And if you're having to study, it's like, okay, I'm having to study things that are closer to home. It's also, the third house has to do with all types of communication, AI, email, phone, text, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, Facebook, technology, science. It's how do you communicate with others? How are you using science and technology to communicate with others? How is it affecting you? How is it, so I'm sure that it's you having maybe to stay on top of the wheel turning. I'm going to look at the chart and see. I'm hoping that this is like making sense to you. So if you can like just give me a heads up of, yeah, this is making sense, or no, I want a little bit more information. Okay, I'm going to wait for your comment, and then I'm just going to keep on going on. So the good things that come from this is transforming your siblings, relationship with your siblings, your third house. This is writing, journaling, spirituality, cousins, acquaintances, how you talk and exchange ideas. It's in a sextile. Sextiles are like two houses over to your sun, who you are, meaning it's easier. You have to work it, but it is easier. And it's in a sextile to your first house of self. Like, I personally have to transform. I personally have to make this happen. It is in a trine, meaning Mars is here. Mars is initiatory. I have to make this happen. Saturn brings in not just authority figures, but Saturn is Saturn means I have to do it. I have to do it over and over and over again until I get it right. And so if you've mastered relationships with others, then it's how do I now release that and focus on what my needs are. I have to let go of I have to focus on what makes me feel safe. I have to focus on self-care. I have to focus on people that make me feel like I'm a priority. I have to let go of, release where I don't feel comfortable. Now, that could be with specific religions or classes or traveling to specific places, but it's you letting go of those things. It's also in a sextile to your 7th house of partnership. It is in square to your north node and to your south node, meaning this is an uncomfortable time. Your personal north node is in your 6th house of your daily habits. I need to make this a daily habit. It's your daily habits. Well, it's ruled by Cancer, the moon. And so I'm sure that your feelings and your intuition fluctuate with the moon. Every 2 to 3 days, 2 to 2.5 days, I feel like this, now I feel like this, or I'm in tune to this, or I'm in tune to this. You are letting go of your 12th house fears and self-sabotage and working towards how can I make my health a daily occurrence, my mental, physical, spiritual, psychological, emotional health and well-being in order for me to be of service to others. The 6th house is where we are of service to others, but we have to take care of ourselves first. And if we don't, then that's where things kind of like fall apart. The 6th house is also the house of slavery. And so if you're not taking care of yourself, you might feel like you are a slave to other people and meeting their needs instead of caring for your own needs. And so I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you. I'm going to look in the chat and see if this makes sense. JC, no, readings are not closed, so definitely get in the queue. Hello, Denver Dancing Diva. I'm so glad you're here. All right. Oh, you did the PayPal with the birth information, Denver. All right. You are probably going to be the next one in the queue then. All right. So I'm hoping that all of this makes sense to Nadia. And I love this for you. Pluto is really... Oh, hold on for 1 second. All right, so I'm hoping all of this makes sense. I'm loving all of this for you. It's pushing you into an uncomfortable position, but there's going to be a lot of transformation that comes from it. I'm so sorry. I was having like a little technological thing. I was trying to find Nadia. Nadia, I don't know your like on-screen name. So I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you. And sending out a big fat I heart you to you. And thank you. Thank you for sharing this with me. And giving you a heads up on the next one. The next one is going to be in your 9th house of this is the or in your 3rd house. You're having this in your 9th house. It's going to be in your 3rd house. Pay attention to all technology. Pay attention to like healing those wounds. Definitely look towards self-care. Like self-care is going to be really important of what are you doing on a daily basis to take care of yourself. And how can you use technology and how can you use your communication, your I statements? Aries is all about I, me, the warrior, the leader, and having to take control and satisfying your ego, your spirit, your path, and moving forward with that. So thank you. Alrighty. Thank you very much, Nadia. All right, so let me see who is next in the queue. I have Jimmy. Looking forward to working with you, Jimmy. Give me one hot second here. second. I always double check and triple check because it's way too close to, I'm ruled by Mercury, and it messes with me. And since we are so close in the shadow, I know I have to check and double check and triple check. Mother of God. Sorry. Okay. I got it. There we go. All right, Jimmy, I got you now. I got you 3 times because obviously once wasn't enough. All right, Jimmy, let's talk. Oh, first off, thank you for allowing me to take a look at your chart and dive into this. Aries, Sun, I absolutely love that. Aries, Mercury. Okay. So I'm going to play hit and miss around here just to talk because I didn't see, so whenever I don't see any specific questions, I figure it gives me free reign to just go where I feel the energy goes. And you're a sun in Aries, initiatory, go after what you want. I absolutely love that. Your moon in Pisces, I love a moon in Pisces, dreamy, intuitive. Use caution because other people like take your energy and you don't always know what's the difference between yours and theirs. Okay, this is a stellium in your 12th house. I don't know how much you know about astrology, so I'm going to go with, like, I'm going to pretend like none, and that way it gives me free reign. So the 12th house, I have planets there also. That's why it is a focus of mine. So the 12th house. The 12th house is the house of personal unconscious, the shadow self, hidden enemies, dreams, intuition, psychic ability. It is deep journeys, transcendence. It is where we do the inner healing. It is, it's our shadow self. It's where we go to sit, to be alone, to figure stuff out. And it's a hard house. It's a difficult house to work with the energy. And yours is in Capricorn, as in having to build something steady, strong over a longer period of time. And you have Saturn here. Saturn is rough. Saturn never tolerates anything less than 100% of the best. And Uranus is a stroke of genius. Think outside the box. Yours are conjunct, meaning when they're together, it's kind of like merging the energy of I'm not afraid to dive into dreams or into intuition. Neptune here adds the illusion. The 12th house, because they're all in retrograde, the 12th house can be, if I don't want to deal with it, I might want to tap out. And it can represent prisons, institutions, afflictions, hospitalizations, or spiritual retreats, or rest and recovery. And so this can mean I need to pick the right things for me and not focus on my best well-being. Look, the 12th house, Neptune here, Neptune means sometimes when things get too hard, I want to tap out. Drink, do drugs, shop, sex, do all those other things that I don't have to face reality because I want to tune out of it. And so I'm encouraging you to I don't know. I don't know your actual name on here, who you are. So I don't know if it's Denver Dancing. Oh, it's really the Jimmy. Okay. All right, Jimmy. So I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you. And then, because that's a hard thing to have to work with. 3 planets in the 12th is a little bit, it's rough, but I figure that you sign up for it and this is what you're working on. All right. So let's look at where you are. I'm going to talk about one more thing before I move on because you have a square to your nodes. All right, if you believe in past lives, I'm just going to go there. Your south node is in Virgo. a perfectionist, obsessive compulsive thoughts, ideas, in your eighth house of deep psychological trauma and wounding. We always talk about the South Node as where things went wrong, so it's never like a positive. So there were some things that went way wrong in a past life. And so in this lifetime, and this is ruled by Mercury. So I say, okay, where's Mercury? The way that you communicate, your thoughts, your ideas, your communication. In a past life, things went wrong. The eighth house is the house of deep bonding. You connected with somebody and it was not validated. It was not reciprocated. And you got hurt because of that. It is like your private affairs. It is taboo topics. Now, this could be through sex. It could be through business. It could be any of those. We don't know exactly what it is, but then we look to say, what is the solution in this lifetime? The solution in this lifetime is your North Node in the sign of Pisces. That is dreams. That is psychic ability. In your second house of your self-worth, your cash, your property, your resources. In this lifetime, you are supposed to be solely focused on you and your possessions, your money, your resources, your values, your opinions, your self-esteem, your work ethic, your everything. You need to always put yourself first before you think about or commit to others. It's truly going to be about you. And Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, and you've got Neptune in your 12th house and Jupiter in your 4th house. I, Jimmy, have to create solid, stable, what do I want for my home? What does my foundation look like? And I have to use my intuition. Look, anybody who has a moon in Pisces, I'm telling you, I absolutely love it. And Neptune in the 12th house, is I'm able to connect to my ancestors, my dreams, the Akashic records, past lives, all of these things. All of this blends together to say Jimmy needs to focus on Jimmy in this lifetime. All right, so now let's take a look at where you are right now with this eclipse. Let me do a bi-wheel. Got it. Alrighty. All right, Jimmy. So let's talk about this. All right. So we have all of this Aries energy and all of this. This is the Libra and this is the Aries axis. Now, leading up to this, I'm calling this the Pisces puddle. Pisces is watery, it's intuitive, it's psychic, it is, remember, it's the direction in which you're supposed to embrace, because your South Node is where you've come from. Get the facts, get the details, and in this is about faith and hope and belief in this lifetime. All of this Pisces energy is assisting you in tapping into your dreams, your intuition, your faith, your hope, your belief of where does Jimmy want to go? What does Jimmy want to do? All of these planets had to pass through your second house first before they came into your third house. Now, the third house is communication. It is short distance travel. Your ninth house is foreign people, places, things, cross-cultural education. It's religion, spirituality. It is also legal matters. And so having a South Node eclipse in your ninth house could mean something can finally be published, or I can finish that class, or I'm going to be leaving this area. I'm done traveling there. It's an endings. It's going to be revealing some things that are going on. I love that it is trining your Pluto. Pluto is going into your first house of yourself. Who is Jimmy? Jimmy's an Aquarius rising. Jimmy doesn't look the same any day of the week. Aquarius is let your freak flag fly. It is, I want to be of the hive mind and be with everybody, but I want to be unique. I want to be different. It's Aquarius. I love Aquarius energy. Like my daughter, sun, moon, Mercury, like she is as unique as you can get. And to have Pluto going through your first house of self is giving you the freedom to say, I don't have to follow. And it's about breaking chains, and it's freedom, it's liberation. It is the healing powers to be your true self, to deal from deep trauma. It's surrendering and having this rebirth of who you are becoming. Now, we're having this eclipse first off in your ninth house of there's some endings of some things, and the next eclipse is going to be focused on, it's going between the two houses of the me, we. Who are you and who are you with other people? You're going through some serious wounding signatures of, oh, you're having your solar return is coming up too. I love this. Okay. Knowing this, it's going to be a really pivotal year for you. You're going to be taking this energy, and it's going to be kind of like a springboard. It's literally tearing away the old you and saying you need to heal from the wounds of something that had to do with childhood, when you were young, and it could have been, or it's people who do not believe that you can do what you can do. The third house is communication, and it's siblings and cousins, and it's neighbors, and it's also people that you work with. So this could be coaches. This is people in your life who have said or done things to you that have not supported who you are. Mercury's going to go back across Chiron, rip off that bandage, and say, look, identify your I wound, your me wound of who didn't make you feel safe, who said that, and it left a scar, and they just like said it flippantly. And so then it's going to go across your sun, closer to your birthday, and then it's going to go across your moon, your intuition, your feelings. And then it'll feel like the next year a chance to say, you're right, I can heal from this, I am going to move from this, I'm going to be focused on my wants, my needs, my desires. I'm gonna like get rid of these so you can see the whole thing. You are coming up on a nodal return. They happen every 18 years. A nodal opposition is in 9 years, and a nodal return is in every 18 years. I love this for you. This is the universe pushing you on the right path. The North Node is going to dip into Pisces this fall. I believe it's in October, and September. And so all of this change is forcing you to leave the past behind and move forward with a new direction. When you have this nodal return, look, mine also went across my moon. It was highly emotional. I mourned what I knew I was going to be giving up before I even gave it up, knowing that I was going to be leaving behind people, places, and things. It was such a weird experience. And so this is you knowing and realizing that these things are happening in your life. So Jimmy, I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you trusting me with your consultation. All right. Thanks, Jimmy. All right, let's see who all is in. All right. Denver, nice to see you here. Jimmy, glad you are here. Mary, glad you are here. Sabrina, hello to you. Nadia, I'm thanking you for all those hearts. Thank you very much. And Sabrina, I'm glad that you are here too. All right, so my next is going to be, and so it is. So let me pull up your chart. Okay, I love the name, and so it is. Chart. Okay, so let me pull it up, get started on it. I'm going to call it, and so it is, instead of your name. And 1986. What a good year. And what's the city and what's the state? India. Okay, I got it. Let's take a look here. Let me get rid of this. Thanks. And so it is. All right. Let's see. Should I take this job opportunity and move my son and I across the country? Let's talk. All right. So okay, I see it. All right, I'm gonna pull up a bi-wheel. I think I need to see this in a bi-wheel. Because that's a big thing, moving. All right, and so it is. Oh, yeah, I see it. All right. Okay, and so it is. You are also having a nodal return. So, okay, here and here. So let's talk. I want you to go back. I want you to go back 6 months to like October, November. There was something that was initiated, something that began. There was this big, huge ending, and then there was this push to Aries I. And so it is, I have to move forward. I have to do this. The ninth house is cross-cultural experiences. It literally is leaving, moving, education, travel. It is, it's higher education, religion, philosophy, beliefs. It is law, advertising, publishing. It is you connected to teaching or adventure. So something happened back then that was an ending of something that had to do with a career and home. Literally, it was like home and career. There was like something that was going on at about that time that is now pushing you into, I need to go back to school. I need to travel here. I need to have this connection. It has to be I. You're having a nodal return. It happens every 18 years. It is readjusting the need for travel, for teaching, for diving into spirituality. You cannot not. There's going to be one more eclipse in this series. So what you're experiencing right now is the push. It is in a sextile. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is in a sextile to partnership, and it's in a trine to leaving some things behind. Pluto in your seventh house, trining what's going on, is a need. Pluto in the seventh house has to do with contracts, negotiations, love, best friends, significant others, and business partners and marital partners, and clients, one-on-one relationships. Pluto in your seventh house totally is transforming how you connect with others, who you connect up with, and what do those connections look like. They will be changing and evolving, and it's all types of your social contracts. You're like you with other people. As a Leo rising, you're ruled by the sun. So everything that the sun is doing, every month when the sun goes into a different sign, you literally feel it for that 28, 29, 30 days. You live it. And then for the eclipses eclipse people, places, and things out of your life permanently, and they reveal a new direction for you. Being ruled by the sun as a Leo rising, this is a time period that you're going to be letting go of some partners, transforming clients and things that have to do with contracts and people that you work with, and looking for, like, literally, You're looking for education, you're looking for adventure, publishing, some things that have to do with legal matters, and you're releasing some things that have to do, there's some big things that are ending with, you're leaving behind neighbors, childhood, siblings, cousins, acquaintances, like literally the south node in the third house and the full moon eclipsing is leaving them, eclipsing them out, like leaving them in the past. You're not done. There's going to be another set of eclipses this October, September and October, and it will dip into your 8th house before it finishes with this, and that will have you connected with contracts, negotiations, people that you, exes, family members that you share things with. I want to talk about your job for just a hot second here because there's great things that are going to be coming. This Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, Jupiter has been in your 10th house of your career, your job, your legacy, your ambitions, your life path, your reputation, your awards. It's been in there for a year. It's going to be in here until, I think it's, May? So April 20th, Jupiter and Uranus are going to conjunct. They're going to come together. Jupiter being in your 10th house is offering you all these great opportunities with your job. And Uranus is, think outside the box. It's unique. It's electric. It's connected with others that are far away, far and wide. And it's the hive mind. And leading up to this April 20th, this is bringing you these great opportunities. In May, Jupiter will then start to move into your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, and aligning you with people that you need to network with in order to get further along with what you want to do. I'm hoping all of this makes sense. Let me see. I'm looking for you in the comments. Hey, Mopsies, how are you? All right. I do not see comments in there, so I'm just going to take one more last look and see what else we've got going on. I am going to address, I'm talking about this like Pisces puddle, Pisces energy going on. You having Jupiter in your 8th house, I love Jupiter in the 8th house, like how lucky you are with other people's resources. It usually means investments, or it means contracts that you have with others, or you working with other people's money and resources that you will do well with. And you have Saturn here. Saturn's going to be here for like another year and a half. Saturn in the sign of Pisces is don't give everything away. Have healthy boundaries. Pisces is all water and it just flows everywhere and it doesn't stay in a cup. Like you have to like literally build a dam around it. So that would be you saying, I need to work on those skills to, okay. I'm going to bring up one more thing. Sorry. I just noticed this also. You're having a Pluto square. Your personal Pluto is in your 4th house of home, and it is a trauma signature. It just means that some things at home, secrets, it was hard. There were secrets and there were things that were kept at home that, like Scorpio, private, don't tell anybody, or you don't want anybody to know. You are having a Pluto square to your Pluto, and it's going to be going on for a little while longer. This is in your 7th house of partnerships, and that this is a square that needs to be integrated with, I'm not going to have the same home that I grew up in for myself and my child. So I'm hoping all of that makes sense to you. Alrighty. All right. Well, and so it is. Thank you very much. Thank you for trusting me. Oh, I just touched the wrong button. Oh, I fixed the right button. Sorry. Remember, ruled by Mercury. Screw-ups are all the time. So thank you. And so it is. I greatly appreciate you. All right. Let's take a look. So next in the queue is going to be Denver Dancing Diva. Okay, I love that name. I love it. Okay. Denver Dancing Diva. All right. Hold on. August 20th. Oh, I love it. Okay. And San Diego, California. All right. I wish I were faster at this, guys. But I'm always cautious. All right, Denver, Dancing Diva, let's talk. I got it. All right. Okay. Okay, no special questions, so it gives me free reign to like roam around on your chart and just see what I see. All right, I'm going to talk about your, we have a lot of things in common. Sun and Mercury in your 12th and Jupiter and Uranus in your 1st. Yeah, we do have a lot of things in common. All right, not our nodes. Okay, so let's talk. All right, so your South Node in Sagittarius. The South Node in Sagittarius is where things went wrong in a past life. And what happens is we look to our past because we continue those patterns in this lifetime in order to self-correct them. And so in a past life, there was something that went terribly wrong with home. And it had to do with like losing of your home. What opposed it is Jupiter in your 10th house of career, job, legacy. Like it was public. You went like when you lost everything, like everybody saw it. And so then we say, well, what is the solution? How do we work through this? What is the gift that can come from this? And we say, okay, my North Node, I need to be focused on my career with Gemini. Usually means 2 jobs, 2 careers, side gig, 2 positions, thoughts, ideas, communication, staying on top of technology, ruled by Mercury being in your 12th house. I like Mercury in the 12th house. Yours is in retrograde. I embrace all of the signs, and I look to the limitations as an opportunity to how do I grow from this. All right. This is in a sextile to where you're supposed to be going and what you're supposed to be doing. Mercury and Sun in the 12th house is Denver Dancing Diva. I need to be seen and I need to be heard. Quit putting me on the back burner. Quit putting me behind things. It's growing up and saying, shh, children should be seen and not heard. It's other people saying, you're always trying to be the center of attention and like trying to squash your light, dim your light. And so you needing to focus on how can I have my voice be seen and be heard in this lifetime. And it's with my career, my job, following my intuition, my gut instinct. Now, having Mercury in the 12th house, it makes it a little bit harder because you don't always see it. As a matter of fact, your intuition is connected more to the spiritual realm than with other people. The way that you communicate is with love and joy and passion. It's tapping into your inner child. And I have Mercury in the 12th house. And so in order for me to work around that, I have to surround myself with people that I trust to tell me the truth. Because people will joke about things or say things and I'll laugh, not really knowing what's going on. And then they'll say, hey, they're laughing at you, not with you. So that's not funny. And so it's you not always understanding why people do the things that they do, because your intentions are genuine, your intentions are pure. And yeah, and I'm sorry about that. And knowing that, you're just working on it in this lifetime. You do have a square to your nodes. Two squares, as a matter of fact. Okay, I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. Remember, squares to the nodes are skipped steps or missteps, and it's I'm going to work through this faster. I'm going to give myself the same lesson and make it harder and give myself a lot of similarities. And so some of the similarities, Saturn in your seventh house of partnerships, somebody of authority in the house of partnerships wanting to tell you what to do, when to do, how to do it, and you having to say, how do I put healthy boundaries on friendships? Who do I trust? Who do I trust? How do I trust? I mean, okay, I have Saturn in Pisces also in the seventh house. It's hard. When I trust somebody, it's my whole heart. I give 110%. You with Saturn in Pisces, you're having a Saturn return. At this point in your life, you are focused on what do I need to do for the last third of my life. The first third, I was just trying to figure out my life. And then I picked a path. And then for the next 28, 29, 30 years, I picked this path. And if I did right, if I did well, now I should be able to move forward with healthy friendships, healthy relationships, healthy negotiation, healthy contracts, healthy social interactions with other people. You also have you're a data engineer, so career in tech. Oh gosh. Oh, that makes so much sense. Good for you. Good for you. All right. Also, it also squares your Uranus and Pluto in your first house. Do you see this big, fat, red, like this is a T-square? And this means that everything that happens to these planets, or these planets, or these, it literally, when something happens to your first house of self, it affects your career, your home, your partner. When it happens to your career, it affects partner, home, self. When it's your partner, it affects partner, home, self, and career. Like literally, that's what these lines represent. It means that whenever anything affects it, those are the other places that it affects. And so you have always had everything happen big, hard, and fast. Boom. And then it happens to the four corners of your world that are the four most important areas of your life. All right, so let's talk about like right now, this eclipse. So knowing that about yourself, this eclipse, and here's where the sun is. All right, so you are probably paying off debt. You are, okay, I'm giving you a little heads up of things that you could be doing and things that you need to be doing. You're releasing some things, getting rid of some things. You're literally going through your house and saying, I don't want this. I don't need this. This no longer brings me joy, happiness. I need to clean some things out. People, places, and things that you think are of value. You are keeping close, and everything else, it's like getting rid of. And the next eclipse on the 8th is going to be the month of, March? We're going to be moving into April. The month of April, you are going to look at all money and resources that you have connected with other people, business, clients, one-on-one, exes, and you're going to say, how can I save money? Do I call the phone company and ask for a better deal? Do I check out my internet? It's looking for shoring up your personal resources that you have tied up with others, or your investments that you have tied up. This could be a bigger purchase. this could have you, like, this could definitely be purchasing something, acquiring something, paying off a bigger debt. It is in trine to Pluto. I love this because I need to make my self-care. The eighth house is deep psychological trauma. And so Mercury going retrograde on the first, second, is going to be going past your wounds of you going back into your youth and saying, wow, I remember when that coach said that, or that teacher said that, or my parents said that, or that friend said that, or that ex said that. That caused a really deep wound, and I need to move forward from that. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to move on from that. And then it's going to go across your node. It's about releasing it and being neutral, not having hatred or pain related to it so you can move forward. And then Mercury's going to go across your sun, who you are, your moon, your intuition. And then it will go direct. It's like 3 sweeps. Like the first time you get caught off guard. The second time is, okay, I have to acknowledge it. And then the third one is, okay, now I can finally put it to rest and move on for forever. And I'm loving this for you because the eighth house is the house of deep trauma. It's like digging deep psychological trauma that other people didn't realize that they caused, and maybe they did realize that they caused, but it's like you healing through this. And okay, one other really positive thing that I'm super excited about for you, this is building for you. This is, I need to travel more, take a class, teach a class, something that has to do with publishing, something that has to do with legal matters, diving into religion, diving into spirituality. Definitely take advantage of this. This is an opportunity to travel more, see people, places, and things, explore things that are just not in your own backyard. And remember, know that since you are a Virgo rising, you are ruled by the planet of Mercury. Every time it goes retrograde, it affects you and it affects your career, your job. All right, Denver dancing diva. I really appreciate you being here. And I want to thank you very much for trusting me with your consultation. All right, Sabrina, you are in the queue. Let me pull up your information. Thank you for waiting, Sabrina. I got this. $708. Alrighty. All right, Sabrina, let's talk some astrology. All right, no questions, which allows me to just jump in and say what I see. Oh, I see. You got a lot going on with all of this. You are not only a Libra sun, but you have Pluto, like a trauma signature in your 7th house. Let's unpack this a little bit. The sun is who you are, Libra. Libra is naturally beautiful. Usually they don't wear makeup. They're just cute babies. They're cute adults. They're just naturally beautiful. I call them like pollinators. They listen and talk to people, and they flit from like a butterfly. They go from one person to another, and they truly listen. They're not just like blowing it off. They listen, and then they want to connect people. They will go to another conversation and say, hey, you should talk to so-and-so. You would really like so-and-so. You have the same things in common with them. Sun in Libra. Difficulties that come with Sun in Libra, boundaries, because they want to control the narrative, but they also want to please. They want to make people happy. Remember, it's the scales. And so no can sometimes be a difficult word. Pluto here, Pluto's a trauma signature in the 7th house of contractual agreements, friends, significant others, clients. The 7th house has to do with all contracts and relationships and promises. The seventh house is you with somebody else, you with others. And you have Mars there. Mars is your chart ruler. Usually, having your chart ruler in your seventh house means that you initiate, like you are the one that goes after the partners. Like, I'm going to initiate contact with this person, this friend, or this significant other. It's you want to initiate, or you want to make that first move. Yeah, definitely. All right. So, other things that I want to discuss here. I'm not quite sure if you believe in past lives. I'm going to go on the premise that you do. If not, think of it as one thing brought down from another, like great-grandparents to parents to you. I am an evolutionary astrologer, so everybody on here should have an idea that I'm going to go there. All right, so your past. Your past is in Taurus and your Chiron is at 0. 0 is an anaretic degree, meaning you are bringing past things into this lifetime, past traumas. Like if you were to do past life regressions or the Akashic records or shamanic healing, it might explain some things to you. But your North Node, like this is a lot in Scorpio. The North Node in Scorpio, okay, I'm going to go back first because I don't want to leave it on that. I want you to understand your past. Your South Node in your second house of your self-worth, your cash, your property, your resources. That's where things went terribly wrong. You lost everything, like everything that you loved and valued. And then we say, well, where's Venus? Because Venus rules Taurus. Venus is in your 8th house. It was taken from you from a partnership that you had either with business or a significant other or family member. It could have been the 8th house is the house of deep psychological trauma, but it's also healing. The 8th house is where you have a connection with exes, with alimony and child support, or with family members that we have property or homes or wills or estates together. Well, it went terribly wrong. You lost everything, finances, resources, like destitute, and you brought some of that wounding into this lifetime. Now, Scorpio. Your North Node in Scorpio in your 8th house is Sabrina. I need to be really sure who I share resources with. Scorpio, there are no secrets that are kept from a Scorpio North Node. You should know everything about the people that you are in with. The 8th house is, it could be, like, let's say it's an ex, or let's say it's a business partner or significant other. The 8th house with the North Node there means that you need to know exactly, and you need to follow your gut and your intuition. Having a Scorpio North Node, okay, so Scorpio. This goes for Scorpio sun, moon, rising, and nodes. They need to follow their intuition, and when they're not getting the answers, then they look the person in the eye. You need to look into their eyes and look into their soul. Is their soul telling the truth? If you're still not getting the exact answers, move in close, because energy doesn't lie. And you are supposed to be tuning into energy, tuning into the water, to the waves, to the emotion, to the feelings, like knowing on a gut level. If you still are not 100% sure, reach out and touch. Your hand touching their body will give you the signals of this is safe, this is not safe. This is good, this is not good. Uranus is shock, surprise, think outside the box, electric. You probably have a private side that is, it wouldn't shock me because I'm looking at it, but Uranus in the 8th house. The 8th house is also sex, and it's unique, and it's not afraid to go there. And Venus in Scorpio is a love of erotic things. And so embracing that in this lifetime. All right, so knowing all that, that is how you are going to release yourself and heal in this, like truly embrace your wants, your needs, your desires. That's part of your goal. Okay, so let's take a look at like right now the eclipses, how it's leading you up to this, because the eclipses help you tell the story or work with the story of making sure that you are doing your best and highest good, living your best life. All right. Oh, you just had a node of opposition, and you have the nodes in your first and seventh house. All right. So you just had a full moon in your seventh house. This is about releasing or letting go of contracts, negotiations, friends, partners, significant others. This can be business partners or others. This does not have to be a bad or a negative. It could be the friends have gone separate ways. Your friend has moved, or that we have outgrown ourselves as business partners. We need to end this. We need to move past this. It could mean a split or a leaving a negotiations or these contracts or these promises, or it's a letting go, and it's an ending of these eclipses will be ending some of those things and people, places, and contracts in that area of your life. The North Node has you focused on you. The North Node in your first house is literally sitting on top of your ascendant. Are you focused on you, Sabrina? My wants, my needs, my desires. Am I putting my wants and needs and desires first? It's in conjunction to your North Node. An inconjunct is, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I know I have to do this. I don't necessarily want to do this, but I should want to do this. It's that conflicting. And the North Node in Aries in your first house is, you definitely have to be focused on what it is that you want to do. What is your happiness? What can you do for your health, your vitality, your habits, your strength, your power, your self-expression? It's your outlook, you being seen as an individual, not a partner, not a couple, not an anything else. How are you being seen as an independent? And Mercury, little heads up, it's going to be like in the first house. I'm going to encourage you. You're going to go back and this could be like looking pictures of myself when I was younger, looking at old outfits. It'll have you redoing your outlook, your wardrobe, your hair. I would encourage no tattoos at this time. Like hold off and pause. Like never do any of that during this retrograde period. But don't do anything that will be permanent. But experiment. Mercury is also going to go across your wound of I. You didn't think I could do it. You said things about me. You hurt my feelings. You didn't. It's faith, hope, belief, and other people not valuing you, and you saying, I have to heal myself from this wound, and I'm going to step into my power, my appearance, I'm going to embrace this. So let's take a look at what else. Oh, and let's this right here, all of this going on in your 12th house. I love this. Your intuition is spot on. Your dreams are spot on. This is you tapping into the spiritual realm, opening up possible gifts and talents that you have out there. It's also an opportunity for you to numb out because growth is hard. So I'm encouraging you to not do that. And the 12th house is it can be hard. The 12th house can be hard because it's our dreams and our intuitions, but it's also hospitalizations and afflictions, and it's self-sabotage. And then you identifying, did I do that to myself? Did they do that? I hurt myself for too long. I lived with this for too long. Look, don't punish yourself over it. The only thing worse than living with it for a year is living with something for a year and a day. It's time to move on. It's time to heal. And Sabrina, I'm super excited that this is all about your identity. You just had a nodal opposition 6 months to a year ago. And a nodal opposition is where you were looking at your past and saying, this is where I came from. What do I want to bring with me into the future? So I'm hoping that all of this makes sense to you. All right. Thank you, Sabrina. I greatly appreciate you being here and trusting me. All right, Star, you are in the queue. Give me just a moment to pull up your chart. I love the name Star. 10/4/1986. All right. p.m. All right. Make sure I spelled everything right. Hold on. All right, is not quite sure if there is a question. So give me just a. All right, Star. Oh, how's your career gonna go? Let's talk about that. All right. Oh, Star. Star, can we talk about your chart for just a second? Like, this is a lot. This is being born near an eclipse, and so not exactly on eclipse, but that is like an eclipse signature that is like really, it means that when things happen to you, they come hard and they come fast. And it's like destiny. Destiny is pulling you, destiny is calling you, and destiny means you leave things behind. And then this is a lot in Scorpio. Intuition, psychic ability, you know things. You know, I love this much information with Scorpio. The great thing about this much energy in Scorpio is Scorpio are the secret keepers. And all right, I could just talk about you all night long. I absolutely love all this. It is time to heal. All of this stuff in your 12th house, I'm going to pull up a bi-wheel and then I'm going to show you, like I know where you've been for the last year and a half of your life. Life has not been kind and it's been really, really rough. Because it was activating a lot of things because you have all those planets together there. All right, so you're Sag rising, and you got all of this. This node here was activating all of this 12th house stuff for the last year and a half of your life. And then the nodes went on to this last fall, this October, November, you are having this nodal return. You are releasing all of this stuff here, releasing past life trauma that you have brought in with you. That means generational trauma. And I'm saying generational because it's in trine to things that have gone on in your 4th house of home. It means from literally a past life and then from grandparent to parent to you, like genealogy and DNA. It's been a lot. And it's secrets being uncovered, you finding out secrets, you wanting to keep some things private. Not everything is like, no, it's not. It's totally an opportunity to move forward with a clean slate. All right, so you're having a nodal return. Do you see this? This node here is conjunct this node here, and same thing here. You're feeling it so much because it's activating your own personal sun and moon in your natal chart. Like, the sun is in your fifth house of children or affairs, creativity, where you want to take risks, love, joy, pleasure. And it's ending some things that have to do with your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, people that you've networked with. And it's activating a time of, I need to focus on like where I'm going, what am I doing? And the North Node, your North Node in Aries is an opportunity for you to say, I star, I have to focus on things that I want, I need, I desire. I have to put my needs first. Having your South Node in Libra means in a past life, you put everybody else's wants and needs and desires above your own. And in this lifetime, you have to be cautious that you don't do it again. You gave yourself this opportunity to say, my sun is going to be in Libra, that I'm going to be naturally beautiful. I want to be a people pleaser. I'm a networker, and these are my goals. And then my moon, my intuition, and the South Node. How do I have all of these skills? How do I do all these things and not follow somebody else's path? How do I follow my own path? And so your own path has to do with you focused on either children or childlike activities like creative pursuits, art and music and poetry, or risks, things that you would do to take a risk that bring you joy and pleasure. It trines your first house of self. I love this for you, that it's pushing you to say, I need to get out of my own way. I need to explore. Look, Jupiter, you're a Sag rising. You're ruled by Jupiter. Okay, I'm going to back it up because you have a lot going on here. I'm going to clear all this and just talk about you in general. As a Sagittarius rising, you need adventure. You cannot have chains. You have to be liberated. You have to be free. You have to do these things in your life. And you need to be free to take the risks. The fifth house is you need to take the risks in things that bring you joy without thinking about anybody else. And if that's, and let's say that you have children. Yay, you got these children. Do they bring you joy? Do you have a life outside of? Can you focus on other things in spite of? Or is your joy in, I want to have children? Or the fifth house is, I want to explore. I want to initiate. I want to go after. It's impulsive, fiery energy of, I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to go on a limb. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit more about where things are going. Having this nodal return, it happens every 18 years. Then the planets go counterclockwise and the nodes go clockwise. So your node is going to be dipping into your fourth house of home. And like we have a little, like 6 more months. No, we have 9 more months of this. This is going to be going on of ending some goals, setting some new goals after I've focused on what do I really want. It's you taking some time, and it's going to be getting rid of some projects, ending some projects and some people in your life, and clearing the plate and saying, I want to take those piano lessons. And then as you're moving forward, the nodes are going to shift. They're going to dip into your fourth house of home. And then this fall, like literally this fall, you're going to be focused on what does star want to do. And in the next year and a half, there could be a career change and a home change. We can talk about that at a different time, but and then I want to talk about this, Jupiter and Uranus. Putting your needs above everything else. Self-care. Alternative self-care. Is this Reiki? Is it a chiropractor? Is it... the sixth house is my mental, physical, spiritual, psychological health and well-being. It's where I find a mentor or a guide for what I'm going through. And it is in trine to what you need to do. It's how do I make this a daily habit? How do I make my self-care, taking these risks, like if you're wanting to take piano lessons, or if you're wanting to I don't know what it is that you want to take a risk for. Everybody is different, but it's exploring, and it's getting out there and doing these things. The Jupiter Uranus, the conjunction is actually going to happen on the 20th, and it is bringing into fruition that you need to make this more of a daily habit in your life. And then Jupiter is going to move into your 7th house, and that could bring contracts or partners. I'm looking forward to that also. So Star, I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you. I don't see any like questions in there, so everything must make sense. Let me just take one more last look at this before I move on. Look, the April 8th one, the April 8th, you're going to feel it, because everything is going to be right on top here, and it's going to be on top of your own sun and moon. Like, it will be like, think about it as you and I are hiking, and a flood comes through and it takes away our camper, and we can no longer camp there. And you look around and you're like, well, I guess I move on. This is now what I'm going to do. Eclipses eclipse all of the other things in your life that are cluttering your life out of your life. It's like having 100 channels, and then an eclipse turns off the electricity, and when the electricity comes back on, the TV works, but you only get 3 channels. That's what's happening to you. It's limiting your choices so that your focus is to move forward with what is in front of you, following the path of least resistance. It's an alignment. A nodal return is an alignment of the universe saying, this is where you're going. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You are supposed to be focused on you. 5th house things, love affairs, children, investments, sports, gambling, things that bring excitement to you, recreation, making joy, fun, and play a daily thing for you. All right, Star. All right, so thank you very much, Star. I greatly appreciate you being here. And I hope you stay in touch with me. All right, so let me see. All right, so the next person in the queue is Ginny. All right, Ginny. Okay. I talk out loud, and then my husband says I should not be saying the names and the birth dates and everything out loud, so I'm very, very sorry but I say it out loud. I double check, I triple check. I hate to make mistakes. Virgo rising, want it to be perfect. Makes me a really good student, though. All right, Ginny, let's talk about you. I didn't see a question, so gives me free reign, and let's see here. All right, I'm just going to talk a little bit about your nodes, and as an Aquarius, look, because of I know what's going on right now. All right. Your South Node in the sign of Cancer, and I'm going to say that this is a conjunction with Saturn. South Node in Cancer means in a past life. It's in your 6th house of your daily habits. Your intuition, your ability to support others. The 6th house is also, they call it the house of slavery also, to where you were a slave to others. I believe for what you knew, you lost self-worth, cash, property, resources. I believe that you have gifts and abilities and talents of knowing things, feeling things, hearing things, or seeing things. Moon in Pisces. is like tapped into the other side, and it was to your detriment in a past lifetime. And in this lifetime, and Saturn is there, like an authority figure, like kept their thumb on top of you. So in this lifetime, you need to be working on 12th house themes. How do I, Ginny, focus on my psychic abilities, my intuition, the Akashic records, shadow work, my spiritual, like ancestors, angels, guides, transcendence, inner healing, doing the deep journey. And what opposes you is the Saturn. Who do I tell? How much do I tell? How much do I share? And getting it right in this lifetime. I hope that makes sense. The 12th house is the house of self-sabotage, but it's also hidden enemies. And so the hidden enemies are, they're still in your... So what happens is when we decide to come back and we work towards our North Node, we set up these scenarios that we relive some experiences that are similar, and you're giving yourself some similar experiences with similar people, and you will know who those people are because they will not have your best interest at heart, and you will know it and you will feel it, and you'll have to follow your gut and your intuition about giving away too much about yourself. So I hope that makes sense. Oh, good. I've already said your name. So sorry. Okay, good. Okay, so let's talk about where you are right now. And I love the Aquarius rising. Hold on. Let me move this over. All right. All right. So when we look at what is going on with you right now, the first thing I look at is Pluto. Pluto is in your first house for the next 20 years. I like this. I think you should embrace it. Pluto is the planet of birth, death, rebirth, transformation. It's magnetic, it's psychological, it's about stepping into your personal power. It's about power struggles, and it can be about you having a psychic energy in order to manifest things. And how do you use it in the first house of self? It will eventually come in, like it's close enough to your Jupiter right now, but it's literally building up to it. Jupiter in the first house is people see you. Like I always say, Aquarius, let your freak flag fly. And you could be in a dress one moment, in sweats the next, talking to a homeless person, talking to a CEO. There is nothing, like you're eclectic in that way. And so Pluto in the first house is sextile to what is going on with the eclipses, and it's trine to these eclipses. You're literally having a Pluto, this Pluto to this Pluto, Pluto trine Pluto. Pluto in your ninth house of I want to remember it can be a trauma signature in your ninth house of foreign people, places, things, religion, spirituality, taking classes, taking workshops, but like publishing things and legal things. In the sign of Libra, where have I given up my power? Where have I given up my energy? Where have I given too much to others? And so Ginny, I need healthy boundaries. And it's trining your first house of self. You are going to benefit from figuring out who makes you feel safe. Where do you feel safe? Who makes you feel comfortable? Where have you let others take advantage of you? Where have you given away your power, your energy in order to make somebody else feel happy, feel comfortable? Libra is about building bonds and connecting others, but not at the detriment of you. And Pluto here is breaking some of these bonds. This eclipse is saying, look, we have Uranus here. You have the south node on top of Uranus is like shocking, surprising. I didn't see that coming. And it's all trining your first house of self. If you're not making the decisions, there's things that are happening in the universe that are forcing the decisions to happen. I'm gonna look. Let's see. Yep, you've been struggling with who to share your future goals with. Okay. Okay. Well, let's talk about that just a little bit. I'm gonna remove all this and go into a little bit more detail. Okay. We got this Pisces puddle here. All of this Pisces energy. Your second house is your house of self-worth, cash, property, and resources. And it's like money is here and money is gone. Like I had it and then it's gone. And it's like, and Saturn is in your second house saying, Ginny, please, we have to have some healthy boundaries here with our spending, with where we invest our money, our resources, our cash. I have to do this. I have to make this happen. And Saturn's going to be here for another year and a half. And it's really trying to teach you that you can do it. You've got this. But it's who and what do I value the most? Because that's what the second house is. Who and what do I value the most? And then we have this, Chiron. You're having a Chiron return. Chiron in the third house represents your wound, has to do with what people said or did to you when you were younger and how you took that to when you were older, like a coach or a teacher, a best friend, a cousin, siblings. The third house is like neighborhood and growing up and school. So this guy, Mercury, I'm going to remove these again. Mercury has gone across all of this. And then we just had this eclipse. And the eclipse is revealing some of these wounds that you have of where you thought other people would stand up for you. And you've had to learn how to stand up for yourself. What is your self-worth? What is your self-value? Where people might have said you are selfish. And you have to say, self-preservation, self first. That's what Ginny has to do. Ginny has to put herself first. And so Mercury is going to, April 1st or 2nd, it's going to go backwards. It's going to bring up some of these wounds. It's going to go across your north node saying, on April 8th, truly lighting up this area of communication, all forms of communication, email, phone, text, what you read, what you put out, technology. The third house is neighborhoods and siblings and cousins. And it's also how you talk and exchange ideas with people while you're either at work or in the grocery line or just like in your daily space. And so how are you standing up for yourself? Are you letting people gaslight you? Are you like, these are like backward comments? Or are you just saying, I'm not a safe space for you to share that with right now? Or I'm not comfortable with the way that you're talking to me. It's you saying, I have to put my wants, my needs, my desires first before anybody else. I have to do this. And then Mercury's going to go across your sun and your moon, and then it'll go forward again. It's going to trigger everything. Now, what I absolutely love, Jupiter and Uranus in your fourth house of home, bringing some kind of crazy abundance of expansion of your fourth house of home, or it could be about finding out that your DNA, your genealogy of like past family members, but it has something to do with your home, family, personal life, ancestors, your foundation, real estate, property, traditions, all of this. And then, let me look and see if there's anything else we can like hit on for this eclipse. Oh, know that you're going to be coming up on a Mars return here soon. I do love that because that's a 2-year cycle of what are you going to be doing for your home. All right, so Ginny, thank you. Thank you very much for trusting me. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Carol, I greatly appreciate you being here and being patient and waiting on me. And my technology, there we go. Good Lord. There we go. All right. Knowing that Mercury's like in the shadow right now, giving me great stress with screwing up. All right. Carol. 1L. Oh, a Leo baby. I'm a Leo baby too. All right. Oh, okay. I'm going to double check that. Let's see if I spelled it right and if it takes it. Hallelujah. I love when technology works. All right, Carol. Let's talk. Carol, you're a Pisces rising. How beautiful is that? Watery, flowy. Jupiter is here with your ascendant. Okay, love that. What else do you have going on? I'm going to dive in to your... Oh, you're having a note... Yeah, you are. You're having the nodal return too. I think there's just a lot of people who are like truly feeling it, and those are the people having the nodal returns. All right. I'm going to talk about your nodes first before I dive into this. Your South Node is in Libra. South Node, things went bad. It wasn't exactly the best. In the 8th house of deep psychological trauma, in the sign of Libra. Giving things away, losing things, hurt on a soul like level. Oh, hold on. Oh, you're dealing with partnership. Okay. I'm going to go back to what I was talking about because you will repeat this pattern if you don't look for the similarities. See, what happens is I believe, that we live these lives. And then whatever we don't get right, we look to fix it and repeat it with fine-tuning and tweaking it in another lifetime. And so in a past lifetime, you merged everything. I don't know if it was family member, partner, significant other, lost everything. It's ruled by Venus. That person was very close to you. So we just know that this was a complete loss, and it psychologically hurt and scarred you. Like you it's kind of like a deja vu. Then I say, well, where is the North Node? Where is the solution so that I do better in this lifetime? So Carol, your North Node is in Aries. Aries is you, the warrior, you having to make your own decisions in your 2nd house. Carol has to worry about her cash, her property, her resources before she combines it with somebody else's. I have to worry about my finances, my movable property, my talents, my skill set, my salary, my financial condition, my work ethic. Carol has to worry about Carol things and what is safe before anybody else's anything. Like literally, you have this beautiful fire trine that you get fired up. You're a Leo. It's a trine that's your daily habits. You're willing to work for it, and it shows. It is Uranus, like your career, your job, your legacy, and you wanting things to look right, to be right, to do well. Okay. Really? You don't think the chart is correct? Hold on, let's talk about this. Tulanc. Oh, I'm using whole sign. Carol, I use whole sign and Placidus. Tulancingo. Let me see. August 17th, 1986, 8:18 p.m., Tulancingo, Mexico. Could you please verify? I have a different one from the internet. Okay, yeah, hold on. I read everything out loud. Okay, the one you're using from the internet, is it Placidus? Because I can switch my chart and make it Placidus in a heartbeat. I use whole sign and I use Placidus. They give you two different things. Hold on. Let's see if I can move. Can I not show me so I can show Carol the chart? Hold on.
No.
Okay, no. Okay. Okay, so what I have, Carol, I have August 17th, 1986 on a Sunday at 8:18 p.m. Tulancingo, Mexico. I'm using tropical whole sign, true node. I don't know what you're using from the internet. Are you using Placidus? I have Venus in the 7th house. Okay, I'm going to show you a different chart because I think that you're using Placidus. And I can use Placidus. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up. There we go. All right, Carol. Does this look better, Carol? All right. I'm going to explain the two different types of charts. I use whole sign when I'm doing regular readings because this, see this here? And this, how the signs are different, it confuses people. And so you still are a Pisces rising. But do you see how, yep, I can use this one. Absolutely. All right, so when using Placidus, when I use whole sign, it makes everything equitable. Like all of the houses are 30 degrees, and I use Placidus when I'm talking about different charts, but I'm definitely going to go with this. All right, let's talk about, let me do a bi-wheel for you. And I'm going to pull up son of a biscuit. Sorry.
Somebody else just signed up.
Hold on, Carol. Sorry. I want to do a bi-wheel to show you. All right. So let's talk about, okay, right here. All of this is occurring right now, and all of this is occurring right now. So as a Pisces rising, Aries would be in your second house, but the sun, the North Node, and Chiron and Mercury have all been shifted to your first house. So now I want you to take your second house themes, self-worth, cash, property, money, and bring it to be very personal, all about you. The South Node in your 7th house generally means contracts, negotiations, friends, business partners, life partners, marriage partners. South Node usually means an eclipse, meaning people, places, and things will be eclipsed out of our life. The 7th house is also clients that I work with. So this could be a friend moving away, a business partner separating from, a significant other separating from, or parting ways, like not agreeing on things with clients or contracts. Or the eclipse is about an ending and a removing and a leaving. and it's hard and fast. It's seeing things that you didn't see in the light that you're now seeing that were hidden in the dark, because the focus is supposed to be you focusing in on your resources, not your partners. An uncomfortableness with partners. This could be an ending with a partnership, and a focus on Carol needing to focus on Carol's money, resources, your strength, your habits. It's how you see yourself. It is in trine to Pluto. Pluto is, Pluto's on top of your moon. So your intuition is spot on. Pluto is the planet of transformation, and you are being forced to transform in order for you to go after your personal hopes, wishes, dreams, goals, and to align with the people who are going to help you get to where you want to be in to move forward in life. Let me look at this. You do have a lot of stuff going on with your dreams and your intuition. This is also secrets. Whenever we have this much activity, I'm going to, hold on, there we go. This much going on in your 12th house means that you are able to get rid of karmic stuff that you brought in with you, or to understand and release yourself from those like bad habits. It's also shamanic work, taking the deep journey to do the inner healing so that you can transcend and connect to the divine for who and what are you supposed to be doing. As a Pisces rising, Pisces wants to unite and be one with the universe. And it's hard to be one with the universe when somebody takes all of your energy all the time, or when you're always having to give in to their wants, their needs, their desires, when you really need to be focused on yours. And so, Carol, I'm hoping that you're taking the time to focus in on who you are, your needs first, before anybody else is looking at where have I given away my energy. Where have you need to be focused on you. Like, this is all about your identity. There will be some kind of a release or a let go that will, like on the April 8th eclipse, it's going to be in your first house. Like, it will eclipse, like it usually means traumatic and dramatic, a shift and a change in how people are going to see you, and how you are coming out to the world, and how you are now going to present yourself, how you are going to be seen, and your outlook. Where's Jupiter and Uranus? Hold on, I have one more. Oh God, hold on. One more thing I want to talk about. Jupiter and Uranus in your second house brings abundance of money, cash, movable property, either your talents or your skill set, or working for salary and income, like an abundance of, like, this is what I should do with this, or I should cash this in and get this. So I'm hoping I'm hoping all this makes sense to you, Carol. Being on top of your Venus, look, Venus with Libra, you like beautiful things, beautiful people, and what you see in somebody is not always exactly who they are. And this full moon has definitely been revealing some things about people in your life, and that you're going to have some healthy boundaries around. All right, Carol, thank you. Thank you for trusting me. And I'm glad we were able to pull up the Placidus chart for you. All right. Thanks. All right, let's take a look. My next person in the queue. And then after these last two, we will be shutting down the queue. All right, so let's take a look. My next person is... oh, I got it, Amy. All right. Nice to meet you, Amy. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Let's see here. Duluth. You've been with me for a while. Thank you. Thank you very much for being with me for a while. Let's take a look, Amy. And let me see with the chat. Amy, I would love it if you would intuitively. I would love to be able to have free reign. The upcoming transit stand up. Thank you. All right. I'm super excited about this. Okay, let me pull it up. Oh, Amy, you're a Pisces sun. And your North Node and your Mercury. So you have like these, do you like to escape a little bit? Like, all right. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to tap into, first I'm going to do your nodes, and then we're going to talk about where you are right now. Oh, first off, I'm going to flip hold on. I want to fix the chart because I want whole sign. Son of a biscuit. Hold on. Let me transition out of there. I want whole sign for you. Back to my whole sign. There we go. Mother. All right, Amy. We're looking good. Okay. And thank you for free reign, Amy. Yes, the Pisces puddle. I love the Pisces puddle, but it can be so easy to get lost in it. And with all this energy, like right now in the Pisces, it's kind of like, you know what? Should we drink? Do we have to go to work? Do we have to do this? I want to escape and I want to do this. And like, why can't we all be one? And like a kumbaya circle. All right, so your South Node. Let's talk about where things went wrong and where you might repeat them in this lifetime. All right, so your South Node. Your South Node's in Virgo. Virgo can be obsessive. It can be OCD. It can be just relentless about perfectionism. And so you bring that in with you, and it has to do with your home, your family, your roots, foundation, your traditions. So Virgo and South Node in the fourth house is I'm bringing in with me a need for a perfect home, a perfect a foundation, a perfect the traditions and family and how we should look and how we should act. But that's where it went wrong in the past life. And so we say, well, where's Virgo? Where's Mercury? Mercury's opposing thoughts, ideas, communication, and who shares this information? You share this information. You put these stipulations on yourself. How do you get through this? How do you work through this? Because this was put upon you. Like, I really believe you lost everything that had to do with your home in a past lifetime. Mercury being at the top of your chart, meaning what you said or what you did was the downfall of how you lost things, and it was probably pretty public. And it's in this lifetime, I'm going to make sure that I honor my word. I'm cautious about what I say and what I do, and like working on like harmful things that we say and do. So your and it's conjunct your North Node. So your North Node, the direction in which you're supposed to be moving. Amy's supposed to be sharing love with everybody in the outside world, making everything beautiful and harmonious and comfortable. Neptune is the ruler, and so is Jupiter. And so when I look, where is your Jupiter? Holy cow. Come on, Patty. Oh, duh. Sorry. Okay, so when I look to the faith, hope, belief, religion, spirituality, can't we all get along? Why are we fighting? Why are we arguing? What supports it is partnership. You want to be in a partner with somebody that you can not just be with, you literally want to merge with them. Like, remember when there was Brad and Angelina, and then they called him Brangelina? Like, that would be your perfect partnership. Like, I just want to be one with you. Like, can't we just know each other's thoughts and feelings and everything? Your Neptune is at 0 degrees. It's an anaretic degree. You've never done this. And so you're just learning. So think about it as you're like a Dalmatian puppy with a ball. You throw the ball and they run all over and they knock the water ball over. And you're like, yes, but can't we all? And isn't this great? And great ideals. You're just learning how to navigate it. Jupiter's in Scorpio. This is where things get real. Jupiter is abundance. It's faith and hope and belief. But Scorpio is deep, watery, psychic, and intuitive. It's in trine with who you are. Water and water working really well together is saying, look, I have to know inside and out. I have to know everything about you. And I want to expand my sixth house of my daily habits. I don't want to just go to work. I want to love what I do every single day. I don't want it to be a job. And I know that this can happen, and how do I make this happen? And so the sun in Pisces is you having to find how to make this happen and find partnership. Remember, the seventh house is not always like love. I mean, it is love, but it's also negotiations. It's best friends, significant others. It's also open enemies and exes. I'm not going to throw that in there right now because that's how you're going to learn your lessons. But like you being at one with everybody. Oh, you would love that, right? Yeah, I get it. Okay, so now let's talk about like where things are with you right now. Let's talk. So, look, I love the Pisces puddle. And when you see this, you're going to say, yep, living it. All right. So, right here, all of this is sitting on top of your sun, your north node, and your Mercury. Now, why I love this, Saturn is here. Saturn is saying, look, we have to focus on a job, a career. We have to be better at what we do. We have to be better with our reputation, our public life, our professional life, with what we want to achieve. Mars is here. Mars is saying, I'm ready to initiate some things. Mars doesn't work as well in water as it does in other signs, but it gives the direction to spirituality and faith and hope and belief. Venus, the goddess of love and money and resources, and Neptune is just at home here and happy. So all of this is occurring in your 10th house of your career, your job, your legacy. Like, this is what you want to do. What's leading up to it? Right here, the eclipses. Now, what's so important with this eclipse is you are releasing some areas where you used to take risks. You're ending some things. The fifth house is about children. This could be a child leaving. This could be ending an affair. This could be ending an art project or completing something that has to do with music or poetry or piano. Or it's the house of creativity and where you want to take risks and joy and love. And so there's going to be some endings with this eclipse, with a focus on the April 8th eclipse of you need to be aligned with what are your hopes, what are your dreams, what are your wishes, what are your goals, who is going to help you get to where you want to be. Now, this is going to be in alignment with this. It's moving towards this. Okay, you are moving towards a nodal return that's going to be happening in the next year. A nodal return happens every 18 years and it happens for 18 months. And so you are working on, am I going to move out of this home? Am I going to leave this career? And so the nodes and these eclipses are literally eclipsing people, places, and things from your life. So you have less choices. So you focus on the most important things and be direct about what do you really want to do and who's going to help align you. Having Aries in your 11th house, you're also having a Chiron return, but having Aries in your 11th house is you being very specific with the groups and the clubs and the organizations and the people that you align yourself with. let's say that I was going to join an astrology group, and I joined an astrology group that had to do with not not evolutionary. It would be like not. It would be a different type of astrology. They're not in alignment with me. They're not. It's not something that I follow and that I do. Yeah, I might learn something from it, but that's not where I want to spend my time. And you need to be zeroed in with where do you want to go, and who is going to go there with you, or who can you learn from, or who will support and help you. Sometimes we get caught up in the, hey, I joined this group. Do you want to join this group? And then you join it and you're like, it has nothing to do with what you want to do. You just did it to be a friend. That's Libra. So don't do the Libra. Like, you'll make new friends with the groups that you join. Don't just join something to make somebody else happy. Make sure that you're focused on what you want to do. One other thing I want to bring up is this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction on top of your moon, your Saturn, your Mars. This can bring to you opportunities to cut karmic ties of things that you brought in, or it can bring in understanding past lives. It can bring in connection to angels and guides. It can bring in like hearing things or seeing things or dreams or intuition, the occult. It can bring in, I'm ready to take the deep journey, to do the inner healing, to move forward, because I'm so freaking watery that I often lose myself in others, and I need to have these healthy boundaries. So, Amy, I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you. I'm hoping I'm loving it for you. I love Pisces energy. So thank you, Amy. I greatly appreciate you being here, and yeah, your nodal return is going to be happening. You're eking up to it. You're going to be moving into it. I believe it's like October. You'll start to shift into it. All right. Thanks, Amy. All right. And my last person, Golden Crush. Let's do it, Golden Crush. Thank you for waiting. I got it. Okay. I had to make sure I had the date. For I think I got that right? Let's see if it takes it or if I have to put in Canada. Oh no, it took it. Okay, I got it. Let me make sure. Winnipeg, Manitoba. I got it. Okay. Where does my focus need to be? I got it. And any dates that look supportive for me with filing application. I got it. Let's talk about this. All right, Golden Crush. All right, I'm going to go straight to a bi wheel. I need to, let's talk about this because this is kind of important. All right, so first off, Golden Crush, thank you very much for trusting me and for being here and allowing me to read for you. So what's going on? There's a few things that are going on with you. All right, there is a release of some things that are being revealed. A full moon. The eclipse that happened in your third house yesterday, we're still going through this energy. The third house is I need to let go of everything that has to do with talking and exchanging things that are closer to home, cousins, siblings, Like it's an endings of sort of communication with specific people that you thought were very, very close to you. You have this new beginning, all of this going on in your ninth house. The ninth house generally means taking a class, taking a workshop. It also means legal matters. Legal matters. And so you did bring that up. So on the 8th, there's going to be a big solar eclipse. It's going to go across your personal Venus. And look, I'm hoping that you've already initiated any papers. I'm going to go on the assumption that you already have. What's going to happen is Mercury has gone through this house of, we now have to rehash this over and over and over again. It's causing great pain to your identity. It's going across your Chiron, your moon, and your north node. You had to go through this in order to move forward. Mercury is on April 1st or 2nd, depending on like what time zone you're in. It is going to move backwards. I don't like to initiate anything during a Mercury retrograde unless it is a redo, because Mercury is rethink, revise, redo, and in the ninth house of legal matters, it's adventure, legal matters, and long distance travel and all that. But more specifically, I'm hoping that your paperwork has already been out there, because then what's going to happen is Mercury is going to go back over it until the 25th. After the 25th, Mercury is then going to go forward. Like then we're going to have this solution to what also is going on is all of this Pisces energy is going on in your 8th house of your shared resources. The 8th house of alimony, child support, debt. You sent a proposal. What day? Hold on. I need to see the date. Mother, I wrote on the dang screen. Hold on. I can't see the date. On March something. So they're ignoring it, and you have to file. Okay, so if you already sent the proposal, then during Mercury retrograde, you're going to have to resend. You're going to have to resend the proposal. You're going to have to go with the very first date. Like, so think of Mercury retrograde as the perfect opportunity. Fine, you want to F with me? I'm going to go back and I'm going to carbon copy and I'm going to like send registered, and you're going to do it right. It's, oh, got it, March 4th. Sorry. Okay, so if you started this on March 4th, good. Well before Mercury was in shadow. When Mercury is in retrograde, like this is the time period that everything is showing us what it's going to screw up in our life. And now you're going to have to go back and redo, rethink, revise everything, and have somebody else take a second look at it and then find out where is it going, what's happening with it, and then paying for that. Nothing is probably going to end up happening with it until April 25th. After April 25th, Mercury will be out of retrograde and then moving forward, and then you're going to start to get a solution. Truly, the best time for manifesting and moving forward with anything is going to be May, June, and July. April, this time in March, and all of April is a cluster mess of having to go and change and evolve and be flexible with all types of energy and the new direction in which we are now being sent. Jupiter and Uranus at the top of, mother of God, sorry, wrong bubble there. Jupiter and Uranus at the top of your chart brings abundance with authority figures, you connecting with the right people, you getting advice from the right people. You're at the right time, the right place on, the 20th, on April 20th. This is when the conjunction is going to be exact, but leading up to it is going to be all the benefits of it also, and then leaving from it will also be benefits from it. He will have 30 days to respond. Yep, so I have to send it and get a respond after retrograde. Absolutely. Oh, wait a minute. So I was hoping to send it and get his response after retrograde. That's exactly what's going to happen. So April 25th, Mercury's going to be out of retrograde, but then it's going to have to go forward. It has to go forward again, and it's going to go forward through the north node of the direction in which you're supposed to be going. Forward through Chiron, a wound, a hurt, you're to blame, you're everything, a wound to you. What is a benefit is all of this Pisces energy. Saturn is saying, have seriously healthy boundaries about what is mine, what is yours. Saturn in Pisces, the water sign, it's about being intuitive and saying, I'm willing to be fair and equitable, but what are you hiding? We all know that, okay, we all don't know, but I know you have Pluto and Saturn in your fourth house of home. It was not easy. It's a trauma signature. There were secrets kept at home. You were probably keeping secrets about things. You wanted things to not be like that. It was intense. It was, it left scars on your soul that you are working to heal through. The positive that's going to come through this, like there's positives and there's difficulties that you're going to have to work through. A positive, Pluto is sextiling your north node and trining your south node. Yes, good. It is here to help you. Seventh house represents contracts, negotiations, hard, fast. Like make sure that it's cooperations, negotiations, relationships, contracts, promises, going over and over and over with who you trust. The square, it's in square to your own Pluto. This hurts you to have to do this because it's a square. It has to be integrated. This was not all brought on by your doing, and you need to be the one to move forward and make sure that you're not at the receiving end of something negative. I'm hoping that makes sense. Okay, pre-shadow didn't start until, yep, I did. Oh, good. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Oh, and he's self-employed. Okay, well, let's talk about that. Self-employed. Mars in Pisces is hiding things. Yeah. And Pluto means he's going to try and hide it too. And I really hope you have a really good attorney, because that's what the Pluto here. Pluto is here to support you. If you've done your due diligence, Pluto will support you with that. It will be really difficult for him because if you've done your due diligence, it's, yeah. Okay. Super intense. Yep. 3 children. Oh my gosh. And he's in detention. Oh, high function. Oh, I totally get the high functioning addict. Oh my gosh. No, it should not be this difficult. It should not. And that's, okay. The gift that's going to come from this is your strength and your resiliency, because that's what you get from a Pluto square. Once you've incorporated the Pluto square, you get the resiliency of, you can't hold me down. I can overcome anything. Squares are hard aspects that the two energies do not want to get along well together, and it's rising above it and saying, I will find a way. Like, I'm creative. I'll find a way to work around anything. Yeah. Mercury will station direct on the 15th of May. However, it'll be fully out of shadow. Yes, it will be. And then when it goes out of, Jupiter will then go into the 11th house of you. It'll be on top of your north node, which a year of Jupiter being in your 11th house, of you focusing on your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals for a year. So a blessing. Those are like the difficulties and the blessings. So I'm hoping that all of this brings you some comfort to know that, yep, there's going to be some difficult times, but there's also going to be this light at the end of the tunnel. Golden Crush, I am holding space for you as you navigate this. I cannot imagine. And sending you a big fat hug. I heart you. All right, so I appreciate everybody being here tonight. If you would like to sign up for my newsletter, I offer a Astrology 101 quick reference guide. There should be a link there, or you can go to my website. If you would like to have a one-on-one private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystik.com. And please, guys, I'm going to be releasing the rest of April this week, and stay in touch with me. Bye.